On last week's episode, we had less than 50 kilometers to go as we headed to Arzua, where we experienced some unexpected rain and had ourselves a lovely homemade family-style dinner in El Pedruzo on our final night on the Camino Frances. Welcome to episode 13 of my Camino Diaries. Morning, and it's a little bit after 6 a.m. Got Sebastian here with me.
Morning.
Today's the day. Today we all head into Santiago, and I don't know, I guess we're all tossing and turning in terms of sleep, maybe because of excitement, maybe because we're all tired. There are so many different reasons, but we all know that today our journey comes to an end. So we got about 19 kilometers left, and who knows what the day is going to bring. It's a little cloudy today, which is why it's a little bit darker, so we may not get a sunrise, which is okay. You know, we've had so many sunrises on this trip, which I'm totally grateful for, but it would have been nice, but you know, it is what it is. So now, off we go. These final kilometers. It's exciting, mixed emotions, everything being all jumbled up. I do know there's one little trip up the mountain that I'm actually kind of looking forward to. It's where some statues are where you could actually see the city of Santiago. So we're gonna go there before we head into the city, and then reconvene with the guys and enter the city together. So here we go, one step after another. Estrella es sucia. Leaving our albergue, I noticed there's quite a bit more people on the path today. A lot of new faces I hadn't seen for the past month, many of whom started their journey from Sarria. Of course, we can't start the day without a morning climb. The final morning climb it is. 15 bottles. Since passing 100 kilometers, I resorted to counting down each kilometer that we passed by singing the 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Or would that be 99 cervezas on the wall? As the morning wears on, we reach our first stop. From here, more and more people continue to come and pass us. All of us heading to the same direction and making our way to Santiago. Although I will admit, with all the people in front and behind us, it didn't feel at all crowded. And I was happy to see the return of our four-legged friend. feel the anticipation beginning to build from here on out. A few kilometers from Santiago is Monte de Gozo, meaning Hill of Joy. It's a little detour away from the path, but walk up this hill and you will see the pilgrim statues. Right, Monte de Gozo. Statues up here, worth the little side trip. And over here, a little bit into the distance, is Santiago. So we're literally less than 5K away. You can see the church towers in the distance, so worth the little side trip. It's hard to believe that after several weeks, 33 days, that it has all come down to this. Coming down to these moments that we've all had anticipated since we took those first steps from St. Jean. All right, we made it to Santiago, but it's not over yet. We're actually heading to the center of town where that will be the official end. So, just a couple more kilometers. We are literally just meters away from the cathedral. You can see it up there in front. Whew. Walking down these familiar streets that I visited back in 2018 feels quite different now. I was a tourist back then. Today, I return as a pilgrim. So close. Walking through the familiar archway and taking those final steps. There's a bagpiper right there. Walking into the square, I am overcome with happiness, gratitude, and tears of joy. And as luck would have it, the sun finally came out. We're done. We did it. We arrived shortly before 11:30. It was amazing to see so many pilgrims there and seeing familiar faces. The rest of the Camino family would arrive soon after. Taking in these moments at the square, the cathedral towering over us, we accomplished something so amazing. Now I didn't rest for too long. We arrived just in time for the Pilgrim's Mass. And if you're lucky, at the end of the Mass, you may just see the Botafumeiro swing. This one is certainly a special moment for pilgrims. I just went to the Pilgrim's Mass here, so it was amazing to see the Botafumeiro swinging again. But I think we're gonna try now to get our Compostelas and distance certificates. It's been kind of an emotional day. I cried inside the church. And yeah, it's amazing. And there's a wedding. Getting our Compostela and distance certificates was a relatively smooth process once we got to the pilgrim's office. But I had another appointment I had to get to, and I had a few of the Camino family partake in this. I got the one symbol that guided me through my Camino. I did a thing. Woo! Special thanks to our artist Mariana for taking us on. Once all of our tattoos were finally completed, I can finally take a moment to relax at my hotel. Room with a view. Remember that luggage I had with me when I went to St. Jean? I actually had that since here to Santiago. I haven't seen this luggage in 30 days. Although I will say, the place to pick it up is a bit of a walk from the center of town, so now the walk back. All right, finally just getting settled into my room here at Libradon Rooms. It is a 1-bedroom. Fresh towels. Look, a little bonbon candy. Love it. You got a mirror. Bathroom, just your average bathroom. And the cool thing is my room. I have a courtyard view from the top here. This little plaza. This road down here leads to the cathedral that way. Once settled in, I met with the Camino family back at the square. Remember that clamshell necklace I got from the blacksmith in Narachi? Well, I finally got to wear it. And I also took this opportunity to get a few souvenirs before heading back into the cathedral. One of the things I knew I had to do while I was here was hug the statue of St. James. You go through the line and pass through the crypt of the apostle. From there, the line will wrap around behind the altar where you will be able to hug the statue of St. James. And of course, we can't end the day without some cervezas and one final Camino family dinner. I ended up treating myself to a nice rib roast. As usual, my eyes are bigger than my stomach, so I shared mine. Walter has a rib.
Happy man.
Look at that.
Really happy man.
Sharing is caring. I wanted so much for this night to not end. So I took my surroundings and committed them to memory. I woke up during my usual 5:30 time and headed out to the square. I wanted to see the sunrise of this Camino one last time. I was fortunate to have Sarah, Sebastian, Buck, and Steve accompany me. Although it was cloudy and rainy, the solitude and the quiet of the morning was more than perfect. We bumped into Lily as she started her journey to Finisterre in Murcia. Can I just say I will miss the cafe con leches? They're not quite the same back home. The rain grew stronger heading back to my hotel, but happy to see some familiar friends I hadn't seen since the first week. Rain's starting to pick up again. Good morning, it is June 16th, 2024. Had a beautiful morning start with Sebastian, Sarah, Buck, and Steve. They joined me for my final sunrise here in Santiago. It was beautiful, and then I went to Mass just to, visit the cathedral one last time, and we were blessed with the rains today. We got lucky with the sunshine yesterday when we arrived, but today the sun has disappeared and clouds have come in. My sleep was pretty good last night, except that in the square down here, there were some party revelers and whatnot. But today we're heading over to Madrid to do a little overnight pit stop there, just for a little bit before heading back to Los Angeles tomorrow. So that's gonna be a good, winding down here, and plus we probably explore Madrid just for a little bit, just for afternoon, evening. But overall, it's gonna be a bit for me to process these last 33 days. I'll likely do a video sharing my thoughts and whatnot of my experience overall. It's an amazing feeling, and I'm glad I'm able to experience this. I have a train leaving from Madrid in an hour, so the train station is about 15 minutes from here, so I'm gonna do my final walk out of Santiago. I'm actually gonna go to the square and meet up with the Camino family one last time, say goodbye to them, and then head on out. I am gonna miss them. So if you guys are watching this, heart. You guys can do the other half, heart. Or this way. Alright. Head to Madrid. Throughout this whole journey, I've been blessed with a wonderful group of people I'm happy to call my Camino family. I will miss every single one of them. A few of them will continue on their journey to Finisterre, or the end of the world. For now, my journey ends in Santiago, taking with me all the wisdom, inspiration, and blessings I received. There's a belief that the Camino continues to give long after you finish your walk. And I truly believe that. I'm looking forward for what it has in store for me. Thanks for coming along on my journey on the Camino de Santiago.